you do when the thing that was relieving your anxiety isn't working as well anymore? That's been the case for me. I used exercise as the main thing to relieve my anxiety. Ever since April, I've had a routine where I exercise every single day, 7 days a week. Usually first thing in the morning, I'll go for a walk or I'll do yoga, an online yoga class. And at first, it worked great. It relieved my anxiety for the whole day. And I knew all I have to do is just exercise and it's going to work for me. Well, it's not the same thing anymore. It still relieves some of my anxiety, especially right away. And I love going outside in nature and walking. It's one of my favorite things to do. But after I've been doing this for a while now, I find that I need to walk further, walk longer to get the same benefit. And even then, I don't always get the same benefit. Or with yoga, if I'm doing an online yoga class. There was one day where I just did 2 hours of it. I did 1 hour class and I did another hour of a class. I still had a little bit of anxiety. So I'm going to stick with exercise. Exercise is great for a variety of reasons, and it still does relieve my anxiety. But I realized that I needed something else. That's what this video is all about. If you suffer from anxiety, think about when your anxiety is at its highest. For me, it's when I have absolutely nothing to do and plenty of time to think about all these crazy thoughts, anxiety-causing thoughts. That's when my anxiety is the highest. But I only learned that recently. I used to think, probably like a lot of people, that the best way to relieve anxiety is to not have anxiety-causing things in your life. I used to think it was my work that was causing anxiety, or when I was in school test, or just whatever's going on in my life. I thought if I could just stop that, if I could just get past that one thing, everything will be great. But what I've realized later on is that's not the case. For example, I've been in Europe, far, far away from home, far, far away from work, on a very nice cruise ship, eating really great food. I don't have to think about where to eat. It's on the cruise ship. I don't have to think about anything. I don't have to do anything. And I still have anxiety. Why is that? It was a good question, and it's because I had plenty of time to think about things. What is the cure? Actually, the first time I discovered this, I was in college. And what happened is I was anxious a lot of time in college. I was thinking about things, why don't I have a lot of friends, and should I go to this event, and what should I do? I had all these thoughts going on in my head. And then it would come time to have a test. And the day before, or the day of, if the test was at night, all of a sudden, I settled down and I started to study. I had the books, I had the notes, I focused on that. I knew that was the only thing that was important to me at that time. Everything else was just gone from my brain. I see a group of people together, I didn't think, oh, I wish I could be with that group and blah, blah, blah. It was just studying for the test. That's the only thing I focused on. And even though it was a little stressful because I never really was prepared until the last minute on these tests, a remarkable thing happened. I actually felt good. And the reason why I felt good, I've learned later from thinking about it, is because I was 100% exclusively focused on one thing. Here is another example to really bring the point home of focusing on one thing. There have been times where I've actually been starting to run out of money. That's a super stressful event. That's definitely an anxiety-causing event for most people. And it is for me too. But a really funny thing happened. Those times where I'm running out of money, I now know I need to exclusively focus on making some money. And that fact, that thing that I just have exclusive focus on one thing, actually made me feel almost good. Still had anxiety because running out of money is a bad thing, but because I was able to just focus on that one thing and not all the other things, I didn't feel all that bad about it. To be clear, I am definitely not suggesting that you run out of money to relieve your anxiety. That won't work, and it's definitely not sustainable. Third and last example. There was a book that I read not too long ago that talked about this woman who had a job and she worked Monday through Friday. She didn't love her job, but she liked it well enough to keep on going, and she really looked forward to the weekends and thought about all these great things that she's going to do on the weekends. The weekend came though, and she didn't really do hardly anything because she didn't have to. Nobody was holding her accountable to do anything on the weekends, but there was somebody holding her accountable to work during the week. And she actually felt better during the week than the weekends, even though she didn't love her job. I believe the answer to help relieve anxiety, based upon my own experience, reading books, listening to audiobooks and podcasts, is the following. Have something that you need to do and be held accountable for doing it. For me, besides my work, which I actually don't have anyone holding me accountable for, which could be a problem, I do 2 videos a week. Every Monday and every Thursday I upload a video. And naturally, most of the time I'm always scrambling to get it done. That's just the way I am, I guess. And when I'm scrambling to get it done, am I under stress? Am I under pressure? Do I feel a lot of anxiety? No, I don't. I actually feel pretty good, because that's the one thing I am concentrating on. That's the one thing I am focused on. Sometimes there are outside things going on, but not usually. I can exclusively focus on getting the video done and upload it every Monday and Thursday. The purpose of this video is just to give you another tool in your toolbox to relieve your anxiety. And that's just to have something that you must do and be held accountable for doing it. What I guess I didn't mention in my video example is the way I'm held accountable is I imagine all these people are just waiting for my video to upload. And maybe some people are, but I imagine most people don't really care. But you know who would care? Me. I would know if I didn't upload that video. It's important to me. I need to get it done. And that's why it works for me. Besides using this accountability, having an activity and being accountable for, you still need to do the usual things to relieve your anxiety, such for me as exercise. I am still exercising. I hope this video gave you something to think about, and if it did, please let me know in the comments section. If you liked this video, please smash the like button. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.